How's it going, guys? I am back at Somerville Place in Fallout 4, and this time I'm going to be building just a small little shack. So, the shack, if I had any way to like put lumber down, that's what I would fill this left side up with. Just think about that later. I'll bring it up again later, but there's no way to like put down like stacks of wood or anything like that. I don't have any options for like logs or anything. I wish that I did. That'd be kind of cool. If I could get like some chopped up wood or something to place down in the settlement. Like they've been cutting lumber or something. But where I got the inspiration for this build actually, for the last like 2 weeks now, I've been playing a ton of Stardew Valley. Uh, and the starting house that you have at the very beginning of the game is just this like single room house. And then attached to it is kind of like this little overhang type of building. And in there, in the game, it's like filled with wood. And I realize we're talking about Stardew Valley and Fallout 4. It's complete opposite kind of games. But when I was growing up, I played a bunch of Harvest Moon. And then even ever since like Stardew Valley came out, I was like, oh, that's just essentially Harvest Moon. So I never played it. And then because I just didn't feel like I was missing out on anything by not playing it. I was like, oh, I played enough Harvest Moon growing up that like I know what this game has to offer. I know exactly what it's gonna have in it. But like, it's a really great game. It has so much other stuff that Harvest Moon didn't have. And essentially it has all the same stuff as well. Like all the stuff they did right and the stuff that Harvest Moon didn't have. So it's a great game. If you don't like those kind of games, that's cool. If you don't like Harvest Moon, or you didn't like Harvest Moon, and you don't like Stardew Valley, that's fine. You don't have to. But I'll tell you what, I really like that game, and I liked Harvest Moon growing up. I thought that they were great games. But either way, that's where I got this idea for this build. It's also a really weird shape. Like the front door is, or the wall on the left, I made like too far out to begin with, thinking that I needed to fill in a gap on the wall, or between the wall and the full wall on the left. And I mess with it later. I change like everything around. That's the only reason this video got to 14 minutes is because I'm redoing stuff. Otherwise, it'd probably be like a little closer to 10 minutes long rather than almost, or well, a little over 14. But it's a lot shorter than the last like few videos that I've posted. The last couple videos I've posted have been like 20 plus, so I feel better having posted a video that's sub 15. That's pretty cool. Feels a little bit better. Another reason that this build took as long as it did is just fidgeting with stuff. And then I like make the roof like by hand rather than doing just like a flat roof or like the angles. I end up doing this like a roof that has like a peak that meets in the middle. It ends up looking kind of cool. I wish that that was something that they had in the game to begin with, just quarter roof pieces or like half roof pieces so that you could build like a real like a better looking roof rather than the freaking angled roof. I have to make a building that's twice as wide as it needs to be. Like if I want a little shack that's one room, I shouldn't have to make it 2 foundation pieces wide to be able to have a roof that peaks in the middle. It doesn't make any sense to me. I wish that they had just added something like a regular roof that you could have, or like quarter roof pieces at different angles, like Custom Vanilla Assets adds. It just seems like something they should have done. And then also like this door frame. They should have just added door frames that don't stick out like the ones that are in the base game. Like, there's no like good door frames in the base game. It's ridiculous. There's so much stuff that Bethesda like messed up on that I wish could just be added to the game. Oh man. I should just start making mods and only try to get into the Creation Club just so I can add stuff to the game. That'd be ridiculous. Someone else should do that. Someone else should fix Fallout 4 for Bethesda. Add actual roof bits that are like normal looking, like quarter pieces that snap on. That'd just be amazing if someone could do that. But of course, I'm sure that they can't for some reason. There's like tons of stuff in this game I don't fully understand. It's another like I think I've talked about like wanting to do mods myself in the past. Like I want to start doing mods of my own so that way I can make decoration packs of my own. I found a bunch like recently. Whenever I did the Red Rocket build, I found custom crafting stations recently by the same mod developer that made Posters of the Commonwealth. And it's such a freaking great mod. It adds so many awesome decorations and things that I just wish that I could do regularly. And he does such a good job. And it's something that I wish I could do just on my own. I wish I could make my own decoration packs. I don't know how to work the creation kit well enough. I've messed around in it a little bit, and I've like figured out how to like essentially most of the things that I've learned in videos on YouTube. I just don't learn well that way. Like I can't watch videos and like then understand like what I'm doing very well. I have to actually like have someone show me how to do it and then me do it myself. Just the videos not really work in the way that, or the videos don't really help as much as I wish they would. No Respawns did a tutorial video. That's probably been the most helpful one that I've found, and it's not what I want to do. And like I figured out how to like get to Sanctuary because he showed how to do that for an example, and then like he was showing like how to find certain items and everything. And he showed a lot of really useful stuff, but I just don't know how to add things to the workshop to have like in build mode. I don't know how to make like a group of objects one object or whatnot, like how workshop decoration packs and like junk decoration pack and makeshift furniture. I wish that I could make mods like that, because I make my own furniture and stuff all the time in this game without like mods. Or well, I mean, I use items that come from mods, but without like using a decoration pack or a makeshift furniture or something like that. I just build it from a group of items, and I wish that I could just make it a single item in the workshop that I could replicate without having to spend 5 minutes building a bunk bed or 5 minutes building something. I wish I could just make it like a static object that I could use place anywhere to put a mattress on, or I could make like furniture that I could use a mat to become a chair or something like that. I don't know. Or a bench. Or just furniture that I can sit around. People won't even use, but I'll still have it and it'll look cool. It'll just, it would be nice. But essentially, the room on the left, right here, I just bored up the holes in the roof area to kind of make it look a little bit nicer. I ended up making the front door look a lot scrappier. I had some like window boards and stuff kind of like glitched into it a little bit so that a couple of boards look like they're hammered on there. So it looks a little scrappier in the end, which is really nice. And I think that that's actually a really cool technique to do. Just in general, if you're wanting a build to look a little scrappier. And then I glitched these in a little bit farther because I realized how far out they were from the actual build. But look, it looks so much better now with those boards in there. But the room on the left of the when you're facing the front of the building, that's literally just supposed to be for like storage. That's all it is. It's like a storage shed. And then this is like a shack for whoever lives here. And like my original plan was like, oh, this is like a lumberer's house, like a lumberjack or something like that. But I don't have any like lumber to put in the building next door. I could always just add like planks and stuff, but I didn't want to just like stack up a bunch of planks and crap like that. I want to add like actual lumber, which would be great, but that's not a thing on the console. We don't have anything cool like that, I don't think. If someone knows where I could find it, please, for the love of God, let me know, because I will redecorate this crap. But here's the finished tour. It's only been going for about 5 seconds now, without me even saying anything about it. But you can see I boarded up the front a bunch. There's a bunch of window boards and stuff glitched into the wall, so it looks a lot scrappier. I put a wall on the inside of this wall. I just felt like it was too open. And then also having the bed, I had the bed on that side of the room, and it just was like too open for me. I just wanted it to be a little bit more closed off. I walked through fire right there. But you can see I used that left side as like a storage area. And you could use this is a really like easy to replicate shed, and you could do it anywhere. And then on the right, you could just do a regular door frame if you really wanted to, but I just added some window boards to the door frame, and you can see it looks normal on the inside. Really, really super simple decorations. I got a table that I made from, well, that's actually a little bit more complicated. That's a bunch of boxes and crap stacked up with a piece of plywood on top to make it look like a thrown together table with some chairs and a container with a bed and a lantern. But that's the full build. I'll go show you guys an overview, I think, or maybe I don't, whatever. But let me know what you guys think of this build, or I do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.